This tweet by AMC Theaters excited AMC shareholders over the 4th of July weekend. In it, AMC announced that UFC 264, featuring the rubber match between Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor, is going to be screened at select AMC theaters. So I don't think there's been a press release about this yet, but the AMC army, the Reddit crew, seems to be excited by the possibility of this being some kind of partnership between UFC and AMC, and that being announced in the near future. Coincidentally, AMC was one of Portfolio Armor's top 10 names on Friday. Not the first time it's been one. The first time it was a top 10 name was on April 1st of this year, and the stock is up about 455% since then. So it's up a lot. Let's take a look at a way that AMC shareholders can stay long, try to get some more gains, but limit their downside risk in case things don't pan out. So we'll go ahead and we'll open up the Portfolio Armor iPhone app, and we'll type in the symbol for AMC, which easily enough is AMC. Then we'll type in a number of shares. Here I'll type in 100. And in the next field, we type in the threshold, which is our term for the maximum decline that you're willing to risk. You can enter it as a dollar value or percentage. The default here is to assume you're entering a percentage. So let's try 30%, which is kind of aggressive, but if you're up 455% in the last few months, maybe you're willing to risk that to lower the cost of hedging. For time to expiration, we'll use our default, which goes out approximately 6 months, but you can use any available expiration date as well. But we'll start with a default, and we'll tap Find Optimal Hedge. And we get this error message: no optimal put is available given the parameters you entered because the net cost exceeds the threshold. What that means is the cost of protecting AMC against a greater than 30% decline over the next several months was more than 30% of position value. So it wouldn't have made sense to do that. However, if you're willing to indicate that you're willing to cap your possible upside, we can potentially lower that cost to something feasible. So let's try entering 100% here. And then we tap Find Optimal Hedge. And here we are presented with a hedge, an optimal collar to protect against a greater than 30% decline in AMC by January 21st. And this is one where it won't cap our upside at anything less than 100%. So we have the possibility of a future double if things go really well between now and late January. And in the worst case scenario, we're not going to be down more than 30%. And the net cost here is negative, meaning you would collect a net credit of $55 when opening this hedge, assuming, to be conservative, that you bought the puts at the ask and you sold the calls at the bid. As we've mentioned before, you can often buy and sell options at some price between the bid and ask. So you'd probably get a larger net credit in actuality. You can also experiment with trying this same type of hedge going out not as far. Let's try going out to September and see what happens. And here you actually have a positive net cost of $50. So that changes a little bit, but something to consider if you're long AMC, you want to try to get some additional gains in the event this UFC news pans out, but you also don't want to give back everything you've gained so far.